Good afternoon, everyone. This is Superior Chirk. We are at 4 p.m., so let's do a roll call and we'll start the meeting.
Chair Chirk,
Present.
Vice Chair Bednarczyk,
Present.
Second Vice Chair Roberts, excused. Commissioner Clevin,
Present.
Commissioner Westfield,
Here.
Commissioner Douglas, excused. Commissioner DeSantis,
Here.
Commissioner Chi,
Here.
Commissioner Beals,
Here.
Commissioner Portnoy,
Here.
Commissioner Von Bastions.
Here.
Thank you, Chair. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Moving on to agenda item number 2. Are we compliant with the open meeting law?
Yes, Chair, we are.
Thank you. Moving on to agenda item number 3, public comment. Comment during this period of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. If you wish to be heard, come forward and give your name for the record. The amount of discussion as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. Are there any public comment? Seeing none, moving on to agenda item number 4 for possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the regular meeting of September 18th, 2025.
Commissioner Chi, make a motion to approve meeting minutes.
Commissioner Beals, a second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Seeing none, motion pass. We'll move on to agenda item number 5, report by Superior Chirk, Art Commission Chair, regarding a monthly summary of current initiative, cultural events, and opportunities for all ward. Okay. Enjoy the 2025 Public Employee Exhibition, now open at the City Hall Chamber Gallery, 495 South Main Street, 2nd floor. An artist reception will be held tonight, Thursday, October 16th, from 5 to 7 p.m. Join us tonight for the opening reception of the after party and exhibition by Kate Riles and Deborah Newman at the Mayor's Gallery at Historic Fifth Stage School, 401 South 4th Street, October 16th, from 5 to 7. Celebrate the newest Window on First installation, See the Music All Around Us, by Louise Ledris, on Thursday, October 23rd, from 5 to 7. This colorful installation will be on view through March 2026 at City Hall along the First Street Art Trail. Join us Thursday, October 30th, from 5 to 7 p.m. for the opening reception of A Visual Mixtape, a solo exhibition by Don Michael Jr. at the Charleston Heights Art Center Gallery, 800 South Brush Street. Come celebrate the artists of the Third on Main Temporary Sculpture Project on Thursday, November 6th from 5 to 7 p.m. at Main Street Motto, located at 831 South Main Street. Meet the artists behind the 3 newest additions to the Arts District and enjoy an art walk. For more information about these events and more Department of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Fair programming, please visit www.artslasvegas.org or call 702-229-ARTS or 2787. Do any commissioners have additional events or happening that they would like to mention?
This is Commissioner Beals. I would like to let everyone know about Sky Canyon Chalk and Cheers, which will take place on October 25th in Sky Canyon at their recreation center. Artists must bring their own supplies and may register as a student, amateur, or professional for a chance to win monetary prizes. And I'm looking forward to attending the book fair.
This is Commissioner DeSantis, and I want to announce the Sun City Summerlin 32nd Annual Juried Art Show, where over 100 works of art will be exhibited. Along with that, there's original art and greeting cards available for sale. This all happens the weekend of November 1st and 2nd from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the Desert Vista Community Center. Admission and parking are free.
This is Commissioner Clevin.
Just to piggyback off of what Commissioner Beals mentioned, our Las Vegas Book Festival will be this Saturday, October 18th, from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. at the historic Fish Street School. There's a wide variety of panel discussions and headliner authors that'll be in the auditorium, so I encourage everybody to attend. And I'd also like to note that the UNLV Art Walk is coming up on Friday, October 24th, from 5 to 9 p.m. That's going to be all over UNLV Fine Arts. It'll include the Barrick Museum of Art, the Performing Arts Center, and Ham Fine Arts Building.
Thank you. This is Commissioner Chirk. I would like to share that the Nevada Arts Council Teaching Artist roster will be opening shortly. Any individual artists, arts and culture groups, and nonprofit arts organization interested in promoting art-based learning experience are encouraged to apply to be included on the roster. The roster features a diverse representation of individual artists and ensemble from Nevada and beyond. The roster is designed as an online resource for school, organizations, and community to broaden and diversify their participation in the arts through the engagement of artists in residencies and programs. Folks that are on the artist teaching roster also qualifies to apply for the Arts Learning Express grant through the Nevada Arts Council, and that is open October 20th. Any other events or announcement? Okay, thank you. Moving on to agenda item number 6, report by Cultural Affairs staff regarding a monthly summary of current initiatives.
This is Mary Sabo for the record. We're gonna go over what is going on here. Sorry about that. Some of our projects, the upcoming Arts Commission schedule, you can see here. And then just a reminder, tonight we have 2 really great receptions. The Public Employee Art Exhibition reception across the street at City Hall. And then heading down to the historic Fifth Street School, the after party. So you should definitely check those out and take a nice walk on this beautiful evening. The 3 on Main sculpture project has been completed. And we'll have a reception for these projects on November 6th.
This is Laura Machado, the 3rd Street, East Ogden Avenue to Fremont Street Public Art Project by David Ryan. He is moving along pretty steadily. His offsite permit was approved, and we're on track to complete in the first quarter of 2026, looking at February of 2026. Also, if you came in through the main entrance, you see Crystal Ramirez's sculpture is moving along pretty wonderfully. So she's expected to complete the project in the beginning of November, and we'll have a dedication event in the end of November, but before Thanksgiving. So hopefully all of you can attend. We will update you through the newsletter and at the next Arts Commission meeting.
Mary Sabo. As always, we're always working on conservation and maintenance. We are working with a vendor to set up regular graffiti abatement and routine cleanings on the public art collection, focusing on areas with heavy tagging. The Mirabelli mural project is currently underway. Artist Matthew Murphy has been working on the first portions of the mural, and this project is expected to be complete by December 1st. And very pleased to announce that both the sculpture and mural projects at the Westside Education and Training Center are now complete. Artist Adolfo Gonzalez did a beautiful job. I highly recommend going to check these out. They are pretty cool. And we have a new art installation in the Windows on First project space. Artist Louise Ledres has installed See the Music All Around Us, and this will be on view through March 2026. And we will have an artist reception on October 23rd. So come on down. And that's it for this meeting. Do any commissioners have any questions about any of these projects?
Right, seeing none, we'll move on to agenda item number 7, discussion for possible action regarding the acceptance of a donation of artwork by Armin Thomas into the city's permanent art collection. No fiscal impact for all wards.
This is Mary Sabo for the record. So you can see on the screen here, and then you also have in your binders under item 7, this same page. So you can see an image of the artwork. This is this is an acrylic print titled Las Vegas Civic Center Layered. And this is the description of the artwork. So this was commissioned by LGA Architecture. And so it was kind of a collage of the process of the construction of Civic Center Plaza. At the bottom there, you can see the listed value of the artwork. And right now, this piece is actually hanging up on the admin side of our offices down the hall. Staff does recommend the Arts Commission consider accessioning this piece into the collection.
This is Commissioner Clevin. The artwork is really beautiful. I think it really shows a true progression of how this project came to be. So I would be in favor of approving it. So I will move to approve the piece by Armin Thomas into our permanent collection.
This is Commissioner Beals, second.
All right, we have a motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you. We'll move on to agenda item number 8, discussion regarding the call for guest curators for the Public Art and Gallery Program.
This is Mary Sabo for the record. This was an item that Commissioner Douglas had requested be placed on the agenda. So if I want to see if Commissioner Douglas has any thoughts about this particular item.
Hello, everybody. This is Commissioner Douglas. Regarding that item on the curation, the curation fees are really low, especially in comparison to other places. I think that we would get a higher caliber of curators locally and maybe even further around, maybe even from the state of Nevada, that could apply for these opportunities if we up the price a bit. I really just feel that the price is low. We're going to have other opportunities that are going to come up, not just, within our own city spaces, but other spaces as well that the city of Las Vegas is going to be or could possibly be partnering with. So I really feel that we should up the price.
This is Commissioner Commissioner Douglas, I have some questions, like what were the price range that you were thinking of? And I don't believe that we pay artists to exhibit either, right?
So this is Laura Machado. I wanted to just provide some information about the funding attached to the Arts Commission approval process. So the Arts Commission oversees the Percent for the Arts Fund, and you review projects from that. And that municipal fund has a lot of code related to how money can be allocated, and it's not for temporary projects. So the City of Las Vegas Cultural Affairs team, we program the exhibitions through our gallery program, and it's from our general budget. It's not from the Percent for the Arts Fund, which is what you guys review and oversee. We would love to get your feedback on what you think would be a good range for the community that we're serving. I did do a little research looking at what other municipalities had developed.
Has joined.
Maybe she cut out. But so I was looking at LA.
Hello, this is
Go ahead,
Hello,
Fawn.
this is Fawn. I'm really sorry. My phone did cut out, and I just tried to get back on. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. Hopefully it didn't cut out until I was done speaking, but was there any comment or question or rebuttal?
This is Laura Machado. Can you hear me, Fawn?
I can. I could hear you.
Okay, I was just sharing that the Arts Commission oversees the Percent for the Arts Fund, and that funding source is only allocated towards permanent projects, not the gallery program exhibitions. So I was sharing that through some research, a lot of other communities have a granting program, and they develop these grants for exhibitions. And that might be, if there is a recommendation of developing some sort of program through cultural affairs, just as a recommendation, that might be a place to start. I don't know if there's the ability to take on that, but just sharing what other cities do.
This is Commissioner.
Thank you so much for the clarification.
This is Commissioner Clevin. Commissioner Chirk also mentioned that we don't necessarily pay our artists to be in exhibitions. So I guess I wonder, and this is also Commissioner Chirk's question, Fawn, how much are you looking at establishing as a baseline for the call for curators? And would that include a direct payment from the curator to the artists that are included in the exhibition?
An increase between 5,000 to 10,000 is my suggestion.
Commissioner Clevin here. And are you thinking that a portion of that money, then the curator would pay the artist for inclusion in the exhibition?
Well, Sapira brought up a really good point about how the artists aren't paid currently, and that is an excellent point to bring up. I really think that needs to be, reviewed and looked at again, or at least, prizes for like maybe a jury, like first, second, third. I know that we've done a few things before, but I think that the community would get more involved if they saw that there was more opportunities. And at first, it is just the curation portion that I was looking at, but I really think that needs to be reviewed as well. Like if the Percent for the Arts assisted in funding some of these initiatives. But again, you did state that it is from a different department. It is granted from another department. And so it is really taking an education for me as well.
This is Commissioner Portnoy. I would love to know what the whole process for qualifications to curate an event. That would be my first question. And basing a salary on qualifications, I think there are a number of people that are in the arts community, in the arts field, that would love the opportunity to curate an event for no fee. I don't know why a fee is even being discussed. That's my opinion.
Oops, I was on mute. The fee is being discussed because we're looking at other opportunities for artists, other opportunities for the community, opportunities within the arts, and just things that art commissioners do. I saw a gap, a very big glaring gap in comparison to other places when it comes to curation, and that's how this conversation started out. If you're wondering like why we're even talking about this, that's because we're supporters of the arts.
Are there any other comments?
This is Commissioner Clevin. Just to try to answer some of Commissioner Portnoy's questions. When people submit to our open call for curators, we're looking at previous history and excellence in curation. So that is a factor when we're just considering including them in the slate of exhibitions for the year. Then we look at the length of time that they want to exhibit and the topic, and then certainly the artists that they want to include in the exhibition. I think when it comes to our spaces where we have exhibitions. Typically, they're on display between 2 to 4 months, and they're not necessarily, I would say, really large spaces. They're certainly not museum-sized spaces. They're small galleries. So at this point, our curator fees range, I believe, it's 2,000 to 2,500.
So we look at the resume that they provide when they submit their proposal, and it's $500 for emerging artists, $1,000 for Las Vegas-based artists, and $2,000 for national artists.
This is Commissioner DeSantis. So are you talking about the artists getting that or the curators?
I apologize. It's curators.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, Commissioner Portnoy, doesn't that just answer the question? It sounds to me like you just answered the question. 500, 1,000. I mean, there's the fee structure.
Yeah, and I would say, this is Laura Machado, a lot of the curators that submit are also artists.
Sure.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're displaying their own work.
I also have to add kudos for people in front of us, the commissioners, who are running the galleries here in Las Vegas. You guys are doing an amazing job. And I have to say that. An amazing job with all the different galleries that I've been to in the city that are being curated by our committee, by our people here. Outstanding job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. Definitely, yeah, I mean, we're all supporters here. And just looking at, there's a site called Wage, and Wage really breaks down what artists, curators, spaces, equal pay, all of that looks like at different museum spaces, community spaces, city spaces, other municipalities. And it really breaks down and shows you, what that fee is and what other places are getting paid. So also just to be comparable with other places when it comes to curation, because it's a lot of work. It's not just like, hey, everyone, like, here's my friends and let's put you on the wall and, slap it up there. However, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of organizing, and there's so much to it. And I just think that we would get more people who are interested in presenting and curating, at these city spaces, the caliber of artists, caliber of curation, if we did, raise that price to be comparable. And thankful for the dialogue on this as well.
This is Sapira. Thank you, Fawn. I agree. And I understand that this is not within this commission's purview to decide funding for, to add to the curatorial fee. And I just want to add that the Nevada Arts Council project grant for artists also support curatorial projects. So that might be, as a stopgap, encourage curators to apply, and they can then pay the artists if they choose to. Are there any further discussion on this topic? I'm hearing none. I'm going to move on. Oh, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, I would add, and thank you for the clarifications on, really who handles that. But this can be something that we put on educational for next year. Those who are looking to curate or artists wishing to, flex their skills in curation, perhaps as a workshop or a few that we can offer our community next year for 2026.
This is Sapira. Thank you, Fawn. That's an excellent idea. All right, any last thoughts? All right, we'll move on to agenda item number 9, discussion regarding the roles and responsibility of the art commissioners.
This is Mary Sabo for the record. This came up at the last meeting as well. I apologize, I forget which commissioner brought this up, but it was about ways for the commissioners to get involved. And so this is just a kind of a repeat item. We've shown this before, just highlighting some of the public art master plan recommendations, identifying specific roles for arts commissioners to increase their support and participation. So I'll just go through these quickly because this is all stuff that we've seen and things that are in the public art master plan. And then afterwards we can maybe chat about any ideas. But project identification and evaluation, which is something that we already do with commissioners. We always ask you to serve on our evaluation panels, especially for projects within your ward. If you are appointed by a council person. Community engagement and outreach, leveraging your connections to foster relationships for public forums, workshops, and events. Policy development, so getting involved in the actual formulation and review of policies that are related to public art and within the purview of the commission. Selection and oversight, so again, yeah, including commissioners in selection panels. And then just an example, so expanding the role beyond serving just as an evaluator, helping to plan events around the project to create awareness, get people excited, recommendation of other stakeholders, advocacy and fundraising. This one's, we've talked about this before as well. We cannot ask for funds and you cannot ask for funds, but if funds are offered, if you know people that are looking to make any donations, that can be filtered through the mayor's fund. So that's just that quick refresher. If anything on there stood out that you guys want to talk about more, or if anyone has any other thoughts, would love to hear.
This is Commissioner Chi. So at the bottom of the minutes that we approved this today was the discussion of commissioners attending events. So for instance, Commissioner Beal said she's going to definitely go to the book festival. Then we have agenda 5 item, all these lists. I will definitely be attending the Windows on First installation because I was part of the evaluation panel. But it'd be nice for people to go through this list on agenda 5 and make sure that there's 1 or 2 representatives from this commission at every event.
This is Commissioner Clevin. I plan to attend the events after this meeting.
This is Commissioner Turkme as well. Would it be meaningful if after I do the announcement, we can see who is planning to attend which events during the meeting? Would that be helpful? Okay, great. That sounds good.
This is Commissioner DeSantis. I think it'd be helpful, and I'll do this because I talked about an event that's happening in Sun City next month, is to send an email to everybody because we're just saying it. It's not written down anywhere. And that would be helpful for me anyway to attend these events that we talk about.
But I think Commissioner Chi, with open meeting laws, we'd have to send it right to Mary or give us a contact, and then you guys send it to us, right?
This is Mary Sabo. I think, yeah, if you, because when we send any correspondences to the commissioners, we have to make sure that you're all blind copied. So if you want to send it to us, and then we can blindly forward it.
Okay.
Just as kind of like more like a newsletter, just something sent out, I think.
Okay.
This is Commissioner Portnoy. Can I
And
make
this
it?
is Commissioner Douglas, and I'll be sure to, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Fawn. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, so I'll be sure to send you the listing for November because there's a number of events for November. Maybe just to send it to Mary and the team to have those ahead of time. So, because sometimes I'm looking and I do just call out, okay, these are the things happening. But I agree with Chi that this is, Commissioner Chi, that this would be a good thing moving forward.
Again, Commissioner Portnoy, I think it'd be a great idea if somehow the commissioners could get a badge that said who they are, so that when they attend these events, I know as a former employee at the Review Journal, they always have their arts writer at these events. And I think it's important that they recognize the commissioners at the events and write about it in their column. It can only increase visibility, which we're all trying to get.
This is Mary Sabo. We do have name badges, and I think there's probably a few commissioners right now that are missing a badge. So we'll do an order of those. They're just little cute little name tags.
This is Laura Machado. I was wondering if I could ask a question about this topic. Is everyone on the commission signed up to receive our newsletter? Okay, perfect. That has all of the information about all of the events that we produce. So we send it out every 2 weeks. All of the events typically are at the top. And if you mark it on your calendar, that's the best way to keep up to date with all of our stuff.
This is Commissioner Clevin. I also think if staff has reached out to you personally and asked you to speak at an event, maybe you were on the evaluation panel, just being responsive and maybe agreeing to do something like that would be great.
So Commissioner Chi, so on agenda 5, we got first bullet, Sapir and Jennifer going. Is anyone going to the second one, the after party? That's today, yeah. Oh, that's today, sorry. Okay.
I will be attending.
I will be attending as well, Commissioner Beals.
Okay. And then the
I will.
Commissioner Benarczyk, I will be attending as well.
third bullet is me. Anyone else?
I will be there. This
Okay.
is cool. Sapir.
Fourth bullet, the Charleston Heights on October 30th. I know it's Halloween sort of stuff. Anyone able to go to that one?
This is Commissioner Clevin. I'll attend that one as well.
Hi. May I ask where you're seeing this list? Because we can't find it over here.
Agenda 5 in your binder, the tab
There's a
5,
tab.
sorry.
Thank you.
And then the last, third on Main, temporary sculpture, Thursday, November 6th. Anybody owning that?
This is Sapir. I should be able to attend.
Cool. That's great.
Okay, are there any other comments regarding this agenda item? Okay, hearing none, we're going to move on to agenda item number 10, discussion regarding Heritage Month celebrations for all wards.
This is Mary Sabo for the record. This was another topic that Commissioner Douglas had requested we discuss. So I'm just going to leave it open to the commission for comment and discussion or questions.
And this is Commissioner Douglas. There are several Heritage Month events coming up for November. Some of those being on November 6th at UNLV. There's a film screening at the Artemis Ham Hall at 4 p.m. And that is Imagining the Indian. And the directors, filmmakers are going to be there speaking about the film, showing the film, and it's a history of the image of the Native American within sports and mascots. And it's a great educational film. Of course, it has to do with the arts and films, and a number of students and community members will be there. Also, for the Heritage Month is Lakota artist Danielle C. Walker, and she will be doing a presentation, not at the Barrack. I'm really sorry, I don't have it in front of me, but it's going to be at UNLV, and that's at 7 p.m., and that's for the Visiting Artist Lecture Series. And all that information can be found at the UNLV website for the Visiting Artist Lecture Series. On November 9th, on Sunday, is the American Indigenous Heritage Celebration in Henderson, and that's going to be a beautiful presentation of Native American dance. There's Kapuli Tolotoloko, a Dance Azteca group, the Nuwu Wanumia, powwow dancers, which are Southern Paiute dancers, as well as bird singers, bird dancers, and a number of storytelling, flute playing, artists, vendors is going to be there. And there's also going to be the Indigimarts Native Heritage Day on November 28th, Friday, which is going to be a pop-up shop of Nubu art and Indigenous AF at the Nubu Art Gallery and Community Center at 1331 South Maryland Parkway. That event will be throughout the day from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., which will also be a showcase of Indigenous dancers, shopping, arts presentations, and free arts for the youth and for youth of all ages, truly. And we invite everybody out to come out to those events to celebrate Native Heritage Month and learn more about the culture and the arts here in Las Vegas.
This is Sapira. Thank you so much, Fawn. I definitely will be reviewing the minutes to make sure I add those to my calendar. Are there any comments? Thank you. Moving on to agenda item number 11, discussion regarding public art in parks.
This is Mary Sabo for the record. This also was an item that was brought up at last month's meeting. And then in thinking about this topic, we just wanted to create just a quick presentation, just a little overview of some of the great projects that we've done in the past in parks. So some recently completed projects, just to highlight these. So the Pro Park paint project at the Doc Romeo Skate Park, that was completed in 2024 by Nico Rusin and Paints with Care. We had a community engagement aspect and a 2-day community painting event that was really great. And then Community by Randria Mondroso, completed in 2024 at the Police Memorial Skate Park. This was a partnership project with Meow Wolf. We had community workshops with the local YMCA and another community paint day. So this is another really great project. I think we're really lucky to have so many great parks in this city, which are wonderful opportunities to incorporate public art. We've done a few partnership projects with Life is Beautiful, this one in 2021 at Doug Selby Park, and then in 2023 at Rotary Park with Love Letters to Las Vegas. These were all projects that kind of included some events and some, a lot of hands-on stuff with the community. There are art in the park festivals within the city of Las Vegas. Those are not in the purview of our unit, our team, but those are usually held in the springtime, and they're typically hosted by council members in parks within their respective wards. And those are, festivals with arts vendors and, food. And then we just wanted to remind you all of the current public art projects that we have in various stages right now that are currently funded with Percent for Arts money. So we have the Centennial Hills Park environmental tile mural, the Hears Park tile mural project, and the Wallaby Canyon Trailhead environmental public art project. If any of these projects, spark, if you have any questions about any of these, get in touch with the project manager and we'd be happy to share more info. So that's just kind of an overview. I wanted to see if any commissioners have any thoughts or ideas.
This is Commissioner DeSantis. We do have a lot of murals, which is great, and painting, like in the skate parks. I think there's an opportunity for mosaic like on top of benches or maybe some other places in the parks. It's another opportunity for a different type of public art and artists.
This is Mary Sabo. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're right. We do have a lot of murals, and it would be nice to kind of diversify the type of artwork. So the Centennial Hills and the Hears Park, those are both with the scope development of both of those projects. We specifically are looking for an artist that works in ceramic or mosaic or tile to complete both of those projects.
Commissioner Portnoy here. Can we expand upon the Art in the Sky project for these parks? Why are we just doing murals? The project we had with Art in the Sky, where we had the banners There's a lot of open air space in parks. Why don't we take the art up a notch, literally speaking, and put it up on some of the banners?
This is Commissioner Clevin. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think we usually reserve anything that's like banners or vinyl material related to our communications team because we can't fund it through Percent for the Arts. But it's something I can take to the Office of Communications and see if they have greater interest in maybe working with graphic designers to zhuzh it up a bit.
Sure, because the projects are, I mean, we're already doing it.
Yeah.
So why not just expand it to the parks?
Thank you. Are there any other comments?
Thanks, Commissioner Clevin. I just wanted to make sure I noted that because we're now the Department of Parks, Rec, and Cultural Affairs, I would say it makes it really wonderful to work with our parks team and being proactive in placement of the artwork so that it doesn't necessarily get too much moisture on it, like maybe previously we've had issues with. And our parks ground maintenance crew is really great with going out there and making sure that the artwork that we do have programmed at parks are well preserved, and if there are any issues, they come and tell us. So it's been nice to have the whole group together and be really focused on serving the community through the arts.
This is Mary Saba. I just wanted to add one more thing, that if commissioners have parks, in their communities that they frequent and that they love, we'd love to hear about it. If you have thoughts about locations that we should look at specifically in parks, or just a general park that you think could benefit from some public art projects, please let us know. And that can be something that we develop into our new project proposals for when we get our yearly budgets.
This is Sapira. Thank you so much. I'm not hearing any other comments, so I'll move on to agenda item number 12. Discussion for possible action regarding the annual election of officers for all wards.
Commissioner Chi, question. So, like the chair is only 1 year? You only serve as 1 year?
I believe you can serve, is that right? 1 year, Laura?
You serve 1 year, then there's an annual election every year. You can serve up to 2 years.
Yeah. Are there any commissioners that would like to be in a different position?
This is Commissioner Clevin. Can we have a quick run through of the current slate of officers?
Sure, of course. This is Laura Machado. So we have Sapira as the chair, and we have Heather as the vice chair, and then we have Eric as the second vice chair. No, just 3 seats.
And this is Commissioner Clevin. Just as a reminder, the chair really organizes the meeting and they make sure that the meeting of the Arts Commission is moving forward as agendized. The vice chair would step in if the chair is absent, and if the chair and vice chair are absent, then the second vice chair would step in and do those duties.
Are there any commissioners that would like to be chair, possibly?
This is Commissioner Beals. I would like to be chair if no one else wants to do it.
So this is Sapira. Are there any other comments, thoughts, suggestions? And I would like to ask if Heather wants to continue serving as vice chair.
This is Commissioner Benarchek. I would be more than honored and love to continue serving as vice chair.
Great, thank you. I don't believe Eric Roberts is here today, but are there any other comments? Do we add Eric as the second vice chair, even if he's absent? That's fine.
It's actually at the chair's discretion.
Oh, okay. Well, I will like to keep it consistent. So could I make a motion? I would like to motion for just one vote for all 3 positions. Is that fine? No, I have to do it 3 times. Okay, I would like to motion for Commissioner Beals to be chair of the Las Vegas City Art Commission.
A second. Commissioner Clement,
This
second.
is Commissioner Douglas, a second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I would like to, this is Sapira, I would like to make a motion for Heather to be vice chair, sorry. Vice chair.
Commissioner Cheese, I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Congratulations.
This is Commissioner Clement. Before we move on to the second vice chair, I just wanted to ask if any of the commissioners here are interested in serving as the second vice chair. One of the perks, I guess, of not being here on the day of the vote is somebody else could potentially take your spot. So I just want to make sure that anyone that's here in attendance today or potentially on the call, if you'd like to take over the role of second vice chair, you're welcome to offer a nomination of yourself, and that's completely, perfectly okay.
This is Sapira. I don't hear any nominations, so I would like to move. I would like to move Eric Roberts as the second vice chair.
Commissioner Portnoy, I second that.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? All right, hearing none. Eric Roberts will be our second vice chair. Thank you, everyone. Moving on to agenda item number 13, discussion regarding topics for future agenda items. Comment made during this portion of the agenda by individual members shall refer solely to proposal for future agenda items, and any discussion shall be limited to whether or not such proposed items are within the purview of the commission, and or whether such proposed items shall be placed on a future agenda. No discussion regarding the substance of any such proposed topic shall occur, and no action shall be taken. Are there any topics for future agenda items?
This is Commissioner Beals. I would like to request an update on our educational and outreach efforts. I reached out to my fabulous people over there.
Any other agenda items? Okay, I will move on to agenda item number 14, citizen participation. Public comments during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the commission. No subject may be acted upon by the commission unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, come forward and give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time single speaker is allowed, may be limited. Are there any public comment? All right, we'll move on to agenda item number 15, adjournment. This meeting is adjourned.